It was in the late 80s, and I attended a campaign presentation at the Savannah Morning News. Leanne Powell Tate was the loan executive, and I'm thinking this girl is really putting it on with showing the colors, flying the colors, telling the story, and I was so impressed. That was the moment. That was the time when I knew that this was an organization that was worth investing in.
And that's how Stacy Jennings' long relationship of service began with the United Way of the Coastal Empire.
It's so good to see you.
She was also inspired by her good friend, Susan Hancock.
So I came to Savannah in 1985, and I immediately started trying to figure out how to get involved. I mean, I was going to my church and I was doing all the things, but I was young and I didn't know a whole lot, and I needed direction. And it was becoming involved with United Way was really part of Susan's doing. She, I think, had coached Frank Anderson, who was a mentor, was my publisher and was a mentor of mine, into maybe the newspaper should have a loan executive. And so he asked me if I would be willing to do that, and I was thrilled, I was honored, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And Susan was, at the time, Vice President of Resource Development.
Well, I have known Stacy since we were toddlers. So we grew up together. We are both from Jessup, and we went to high school together. We have just been friends our whole life. So it's very exciting that we both ended up in Savannah 30-something years ago. And I came to United Way as a job, and she immediately came to help me as a volunteer.
It was so much fun, and it was, I was a young manager at the newspaper, so I was trying to balance all the stuff and do everything, but I was making 10 presentations a day for United Way. I was talking to accounts at 7 in the morning, at 7 at night. I was really gung-ho. I was going for it.
And she was great. I knew she'd be great, so I gave her the hardest accounts we had. And she delivered, which I knew she would because she always does.
And that was a great year. We hit our goal, hit the campaign goal, which was, is always a big deal.
I was working the night shift. Stacy was in charge of marketing for the Savannah Morning News. We got to know each other well, and we've been friends and colleagues ever since. She's able to do so many different things at one time. She's the ultimate multitasker. I call her a workhorse. We have done so many things over the years together, both in business and in the community, and she makes such a huge difference in everything that she does, and she does so many of those things.
Stacy Jennings can take the big ideas that we all have and turn it into something that makes sense. Sitting around the marketing committee table for United Way, when we have done everything from fly people in to roll them into race cars to doing all the things, not only has she been a part of the brains behind that, but she's also been a part of what makes that work.
Yes, we have done we made Jenny Gentry fly. We made Bert Tenenbaum fly. We put Sam McCatchern in a BMW, and he was the secret agent man. My boss, my mentor, Frank Anderson, we made him ride a horse into the Civic Center. We made Camille Russo Tinkerbell. She flew too. Dale Christ Jr., we put him in a race car because it was just a natural, Dale Jr. We've done it all. It's been a great ride, and there's no limit when you have the committee that we have working on those kinds of things.
Stacy is the reason I'm here. She actually said to me, the Tribune needs to be here. You need to be represented on United Way Marketing Committee. She said, the black community is missing. I need the Tribune to be here because that's an audience that's not a part. And she invited me to a meeting, and I showed up. and I'm still here.
It's not something any of us can do alone. We do it together, we do it as a team, we do it as a community. Isn't that the mission? Isn't that what the mission says?
I mean, Stacy Jennings was the Woman of the Year before we even thought about calling her that. She's a great mother. She's a great wife. She is a great communicator of pulling all of that brilliant stuff out of her head and putting it onto the tables of so many nonprofits.
So what does it mean to be Woman of the Year? It's surreal, it's humbling, it's gratifying and it's fulfilling. And it's really exciting to be able to share with my family and my work family and my in real life family. You know, I don't do this alone. I do this with the rest of my tribe. I do this with my community. I do this with the women that I lead with all the time. The women that I work with who are incredible leaders. The women that I've learned from, gosh, you've heard from some of them today. They're amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Congratulations, Stacy, for being the Woman of the Year. My soul sister, Savannah, and I could not be more lucky than to have you.
Congratulations, Stacy.
Congratulations, Stacy, on this wonderful, wonderful award.
Stacy Jennings, I love you. Congratulations. I can't see anyone who deserves this more this year.
Stace, we love you. I mean, we're proud of you. You make us proud every day, and we should all take the good work you do as an example and let others see that in you and copy it, because you are a truly woman who rules.